Hello and welcome to another episode of Rob's Ramblings here on the Bucks and Six channel. Today at the Brown Table of Sports Card Collecting, I'm going to show some cards that I stumbled upon uh, maybe a week or two ago. If you watch my channel, you may have run into an episode where I had gone through a bunch of old dusty boxes full of what I had labeled to be random mixed commons. And then I also had found some other boxes that were along with those that were just not necessarily commons, but they were just a kind of a hodgepodge of old cards from when I was a kid that I really didn't realize was in the closet until I dug those boxes out. And what I discovered was as I flipped through those cards, I kept finding cards that belonged to a particular set that I found very interesting, and I remembered as a kid being really excited about. And so, as I flipped through the boxes, I started pulling those cards out whenever I came across one, and I discovered I was only one card short of compiling the complete set of that particular insert from when I was a kid. And so I looked up that card and found a copy of it on eBay that I thought looked good, and I purchased it and I completed the set. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you what I discovered. And this was back in my absolute heyday wheelhouse of collecting as a kid back in 1987. I was a 14-year-old kid. And I was just gobbling up the hobby, and my jam was opening up wax packs and trying to put together sets. I have so many copies of the 87 Tops and 87 Donruss and 87 Fleer sets, have them coming out of my ears. But what I also discovered was in 1987, Fleer had done what they called an all-star team set. And I think it was one of the earliest versions of it. I think maybe they did one in 86, but I don't think they had done one in 85. And this is the Fleer All-Star Team set from 1987. And it was just kind of interesting to see what players Fleer chose at that time to be highlighted in their set. I believe these were inserts. This definitely wasn't part of the regular 87 Fleer set, but these were, you would find them just randomly in packs. And I thought it was kind of cool. I think there's 12 cards in the set. 6 of them are American League gray cards, and 6 of them are National League black background cards. So the card number 1 in the set is this beauty right here. This is Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball. This is what all of the cards in the set look like. They got the stars in the background. Nothing flashy or shiny about it, but back in 1987, 14-year-old Rob thought that these were just the coolest cards ever. This is what the back looked like. Pretty difficult for old man Rob now to read what all that fine print says, but the front is where it's at. So that was card number 1, Don Mattingly. It's a gray background. That was what the American League cards look like. Next one, card number 2 in the set, is this beautiful one. This is Gary Carter, Hall of Famer Gary Carter. He was playing for the New York Mets at the time. Gary Carter played for a couple of teams, came up with the Expos, but the National League cards, you'll notice, have a black background. The American League cards have a gray background, and the way that the set is numbered is that they went every other card, American League, National League. So the next one is an American League card, gray background, Tony Fernandez. Just an amazing shortstop back in the day. Don't think he ever made the Hall of Fame, but he was really a very good player for many years for the Blue Jays. He's the card number 3 in the Fleer All-Star set. I'm trying to squeeze all these cards in on my picture frame without losing any cards. Card number 4 in the set is a National League, Steve Sax. Again, not a Hall of Famer, but he was he's probably in the Hall of Very Good. Played for a long time. Very good Dodger. Played on some very good Dodger teams. Black background from the National League. Next card is an American League card. It's going to be a gray background. This is Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett was a Hall of Famer, I believe. Excellent ball player for the Minnesota Twins. I believe he spent his whole career in Minnesota. Love the way that this card looks. All of these cards are real classy kind of look to them. Gray number 5. Card number 6 in the set, definitely a Hall of Famer. This is the third baseman, Mike Schmidt. So that was the other thing about this set, is that because it's simulating an all-star team, they selected one player at each position. So Mattingly was at first base, Gary Carter was in second base, Tony Fernandez at third base, or Tony Fernandez at shortstop, Sachs at second base, Kirby Puckett was outfielder, and so Mike Schmidt was the third baseman in this set. I'll make some room for him here. Next one is going to be a gray American League card. And this one was one that, I don't know, he probably didn't really catch on as much as they thought he might at that time. Is a guy named Mike Easler. Had a nice season or two, maybe, but never really was in contention to be in the Hall of Fame. But in 1987, he was good enough to be honored in Fleer's All-Star Team set. The next card, number 8 in the set, is a relief pitcher. It's a black background, Todd Worrell. He was an excellent pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals at the time. Again, didn't really have the longevity in his career to become a Hall of Famer or anything like that, but it was excellent at the time, so Fleer deemed him worthy of making this set. So sharp looking card, though. All these cards I think are sharp looking. The next one is American League. This is an outfielder, our second outfielder in the bunch. I think we have 2 outfielders. Kirby Puckett was the first one, and now the second one is a guy named George Bell. Not a Hall of Famer, but again, he was really good for just a few years. Didn't have the longevity needed to make the Hall of Fame, but in 1987, you'd be hard-pressed to find too many guys that were more feared as a hitter than George Bell. Another sharp-looking card, American League gray background card. The next card is a man that most people should recognize. This is the National League representative as a pitcher. It is Fernando Valenzuela, and just look at that. Fantastic looking card. I love the way that card looks with the black background against the dark blue jacket and hat for the Dodgers colors. Fernando Valenzuela. All right, next card in the set, again, is a man that most people know, and Roger the Rocket. He was the American League pitcher, starting pitcher, and this set, really sharp-looking card with the gray background, American League, and then card number 12. And you know what? I didn't even mention. The one card I needed to complete the set was the Fernando Valenzuela. I had all the rest of these cards, but I did not have the Fernando, so I had to look him up and purchase. So this is the card that I bought on eBay just recently to complete this set. So nice looking card. And then finally, card number 12 in the set is another Hall of Famer, Tim Raines. This is the third outfielder in the set, representing the Expos at the time. Another sharp-looking card with that black background and the stars. So like I said at the outset of this video, I don't know that there was too many insert sets really incorporated into the sets back and before this one. There may have been a couple, but as far as I remember, when I was collecting as a kid. I don't remember there being too many insert sets included in the packs, and this is one of the earliest ones I recall. So 1987 Fleer All-Star Team. Nothing really shiny about this, nothing flashy about it, but I really enjoyed these cards as a kid, and just kind of refreshed my memory as I stumbled upon them in the box out of the closet, and really glad that I did, and kind of researched it up and found I was only missing the one card, and went ahead and bought that. So I've got these all top loaded up in top loader land. Maybe someday I might upgrade them up to one touchdown as a unit, but for now, I'm enjoying them just in their top loaders. So hope you enjoyed today's episode. Until next time, enjoy the hobby and stay true to yourself.